Touch rugby is an inclusive sport that caters for both sexes, and there's even a division for players over the age of 50. There's mixed teams too, skills and tactics playing a bigger factor than size and strength.
It's a game that uses and exploits skill levels across gender, across physicality, across everything. So in order to the drills that we focus on, it's more hands and skills related, working on their fitness at a higher level, at a peak level, and trying to make sure that no matter at what stage of fatigue, they're mentally switched on at all times.
This past weekend, the Gauteng Touch Association hosted a junior national tournament. Despite the lack of financial support, the enthusiasm amongst the players was evident.
It's a pay-to-play sport, which is a very heavy burden, as you can imagine, which is a major challenge for us. We've got lots of kids who are interested in getting involved in the sport, who are less privileged, but as you can imagine, they don't have the finances. At the current moment, we've got a national tournament, as you can see, and we've got teams from Cape Town, we've got teams from KZN, Boland, and so forth, and they've had to fund their own way to get here.
Next year, 6 teams from South Africa will compete at the World Cup in Malaysia, proving that the sport is a popular one.
We are growing as a country in our ability to keep up with the two stronger nations. If I look at how we're playing in comparison to how we played at the last World Cup, we're far better than what we were. And you can only look at the ideas, any movement is great as long as you're going forward. And I think for a World Cup level, a couple more World Cups and we'll be properly challenging for those gold medals.
With no tackling allowed, touch is an ideal development platform for younger children.
If we can get this to be a school sport, and it's part of a normal school sport such as netball, soccer, and it can feed into the system there, the numbers will grow exponentially. Because then, at the current moment, it's more of a club, it's more of a social sport where only schools, certain schools are involved in it.
While the administrators are sorting out the growth off the field, the players continue to make strides where it matters.
I do play sevens, but it's like less contact and it's more fitness, more thinking on your feet. It's like very fast and you have to be agile and quick thinking. It's very like strategic.
It's a good way to spend my time. Most times I spend my time playing video games, like modern times, play games, stick on your phone. Playing touch brings me outside, brings me to a community that I would have never experienced if I didn't play touch. And I really just love the sport.
It's no surprise that Australia and New Zealand are the leaders in this sport. But as traditional rivalry goes, South Africa, with its growing passion for touch, could soon be challenging them for that #1 spot. Shai Joseph, Johannesburg.